Jackson Dart said Wednesday he was still undecided about whether or not he'll be returning for what would be his third Ole Miss season in 2024. Fourth-year head coach Lane Kiffin announced Dart was coming back during an appearance on Rep Talk last month. However, Dart, a few days later, said a final call hadn't been made.
I guess, Jackson, I'll be the one to ask. How far are you along as far as your decision for next year?
Yeah, as of right now, I'm really just focused on the bowl game. We're going to take that decision as a family decision, and there's a time and place for that. But right now, I'm fully just focused on the bowl game and winning this game.
The Rebels are in the midst of bowl practices. Ole Miss is set to take on Penn State in the Peach Bowl. It'll be the first ever meeting between the teams who each won 10 games this season. The Rebels would secure the first 11-win campaign in program history with the win.
This is an awesome opportunity. Our players, we kind of did this where I talked to you guys the day of when we found out about the bowl, but now to be around our players and to have some practices now that we know we're playing in this, a feel for the locker room. Our guys are so excited to be in this big of a bowl against such a historic team to play.
The overwhelming belief in and around the Manning Center is Dart will be back next season. If, when he does get around to letting his true intentions be known, he will become the cherry on top of an incredible offseason for Ole Miss as far as retention of much of its current roster. The Rebels over the last few weeks have had a flurry of return announcements, among them wide receivers Trey Harris and Jordan Watkins, tight end Caden Prescorn, defensive linemen J.J. Pegues and Jared Ivey, and right tackle Micah Pettis. Pegues, though, was the first domino to fall, as Walker Jones, the head of Ole Miss's Grove Collective, explained exclusively to the Ole Miss Spirit on Wednesday.
J.J. Pegues was kind of the first one, and J.J., an Oxford kid, Culture One locker room guy, played a lot of snaps, highly productive on the defensive line, had a draft grade, could have left. And he just said, look, I've got the best of everything right here. I'm playing for a school that I love in my hometown. I'm able to be active in the community. He's doing a toy drive this Christmas with us. And he just was like, the NFL will be there for me. If that's what God wants, I just want to play another year of college football for this school that I love. And that was really the first one. And I think once we were able to get JJ, in a good place and him letting everybody know he was coming, you should have seen how fast the pace picked up with those other guys in the locker room. Like once JJ was like, I'm in, they were like, hey, Walker, let's figure this thing out. And so I think JJ was a big catalyst.
I love that, dude.
For the rest of them to get it done.
Pegues, however, believes the program's momentum was the biggest selling point that persuaded Pegues and many of his teammates to forego the NFL draft and run it back next season. The college football playoff expands to 12 teams in a year. Ole Miss, which has been ranked in the top 10 in each of the last 3 regular seasons, expects to compete for a title.
It's a different vibe, going on at practice. Knowing that guys are coming back and guys are locked in, because we did something special here and we could go do something special against Penn State, and we know what kind of team we have just because we got a lot of returning guys, and which makes the next year special, the playoff special, just because we know what we have to do, what we have to get accomplished, and all the grind that go within it. So, and then like you said with the portal guys, they see something special over here. They see how we practice, and it's serious. But Kiffin like to have fun, and that's what makes it all fun for us.
For all the latest on Ole Miss football and football recruiting, stay locked in to the Ole Miss Spirit, omspirit.com, an affiliate of On3.